Namaste. Time for part 2. Did that work? Did that come off right? Did that come off right? Or was it namaskar? Namaste? I think there's various ways of saying the same word. But yeah, time for part 2 of... I can't remember how it's pronounced, but I gotta say this movie is absolutely amazing. If you saw my review on it already, yeah, I was absolutely floored by the way the one thing that was aggravating me like crazy turns out to be absolutely amazing because I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it because it could easily have used that, but it felt like with them adding this for the wife, it would have needed more time to run, and it turned out to just be perfectly well-structured film. From beginning to end, it had me along with for the ride, because here I was on the logical. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking there. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
देख पांडे, तू मेरे बारे में तो जानता ही है ना। ना तो मैं शशि को बचाने की कोशिश कर रहा और ना।
बहुत बड़ा गेम खेल रहा है साला। 20 लाख लिया उस हीरो अरमान कपूर से शशि ने। बच के जाएगा कहाँ?
He's going to slowly leak the information, and it's going to cause this domino effect, because everyone, even his girl, knows that he had all this money and didn't give her a single penny. What is he doing with it? Oh, that all hell's going to break loose. Why are those girls behind bars? Why is there a jail cell in his...
शशि आया? नहीं आया साहब।
जानती थी तुम वापस आओगे। तुम कैसे बचोगे?
She's a little full of herself, but I guess that's what makes her confident in her job. But remember, planted flags. Planted flags.
तुमने मुर्गन के बारे में सही बताया। कानून सबके लिए बराबर है।
आप हंसाते बहुत हैं साहब। मुझे नहीं पता शशि का किस नशे में, किसके बाहों में डूबा पड़ा है।
शशि भाई कोई बड़ा गेम खेल रहा है। टेढ़े से टेढ़ा काम किया अपन ने उसके लिए। हक है अपन का?
Oh, this guy's just trying to play. It's better just to rat him out, because the cops will hopefully at least not kill you. You can't run, so someone who will have no qualms killing you will happily kill you.
अगर मैं बड़ा आदमी बन गया, बोले तो अमीर हो गया, तो तू मेरे साथ शादी मनाएगा?
सब ख्याली पुलाव अपने दिल से निकाल के ना कुत्तों को डाल दे, समझा? मैं रंडी हूँ, हमेशा रंडी रहूंगी। तू एक रंडी की लंगड़ी औलाद, और ये शशि के चक्कर से दूर रहेगा ना तो जिंदा रहेगा तू।
Really? Crocs? The Crocs. All right, they're an everywhere shoe, I guess.
करण, कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं।
डैडा,
चलो चेकर्स खेलते हैं।
अच्छा ठीक है। मामा हम लोग घूम के आए।
The what if guilt.
करण, रुको, मैं भी आता हूँ।
Yes.
Who wrote on the door?
बात करनी है। उनका नाम रोशनी और सुरजन है। प्लीज उनसे कहिए मुझे उनसे बात करनी है। मैं करण शेखावत हूँ।
Okay, so if you need to summon the spirit in the first place, Did you go out of your way to summon the spirit to talk to him, to then realize that he wanted to speak to the parents? Were you resurrecting the dead just to realize that he wanted to speak to his parents? Or are you just a medium that they speak to? Because why the heck are you going through this whole charade of lighting a candle? The sheer... It makes me angry. It makes me angry when people try to take advantage of other people's sorrows. It's so... See, if she needs to do that, why did she speak to the child in the first place, not knowing who these people were? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I missing something? Do spirits just reach out to mediums automatically, and then after the fact, the mediums have to do the second part of talking back? Like you send out a text message, and after it's been received, then they need to send the text message back. I don't know. Oh.
मम्मा प्लीज आप रोइए मत। मैं आपको इसी तरह मुस्कुराता हुआ देखना चाहता हूँ।
I just gotta say that just I understand that brings comfort to some people, but at the same time, it's best to let people work through their sorrows on their own, not to give them false comfort. If they believe in an afterlife, great. If they don't, great. It's up to them to choose. Because what if these people don't believe in an afterlife whatsoever? And then you start bringing that into it. It'll change their whole belief system. And that's not something that you want to deal with, the aftermath of something like that. So it's best to let people deal with their sorrows on their own. Yes, you can help out a lending hand, but trying to say you can resurrect the dead to speak to them and make them feel comfortable, that just, no. Because depending on your belief, you would see it as witchcraft, as you're basically taking the soul from where they were at peace, you're bringing them back down to a location, and then they'll get lost along the folds of Earth and have a higher chance of being dragged down even further when they were already at peace. There are a whole bunch of different mindsets, and you could destroy someone's mindset, and depending on the thought process, you could literally take a happy soul from their location and bring them down to Earth and leave them stranded on Earth. That's actually an interesting concept for a story. Imagine that, a medium who basically destroys the soul's lives because calls them to Earth to fix a human problem, a problem that their loved ones have, and because they love their loved ones, they return to Earth and then are abandoned there. Because after their loved ones have comfort, they move on. I mean, that's sorry.
तो फिर किस लिए आए हो?
शशि को जानती हो?
अपनी खूबसूरत आंखें खुली रखो।
Dude, remember, flags.
पोस्टमार्टम के लिए भेज दिया?
नहीं सर, अभी पहचान के लिए रुके हुए।
क्या कहा तुमने?
सर, वो माहिम क्रीक में किसी लड़की की लाश मिली है। जिसने भी मारा था, बॉडी को पत्थर से बांध के समंदर में डुबो दिया था सर।
सारे मुर्दाघरों और अस्पतालों में शशि का हुलिया और फोटोग्राफ्स भेजो।
कल शाम 8:30 बजे के आसपास गोली सीधा सर के आर पार, चलाने वाला तकरीबन 300 मीटर की दूरी पर था। शेल केसिंग और ट्रॉमा एरिया से पता चलता है कि इट वाज अ .315 रिम्ड कैलिबर राइफल। कोई आईडी भी नहीं है।
शशि भाई ऑफ हो गया।
क्या?
कल माहिम के मेले में रोज के भेजे में 315 उतार दिया।
पर अपने शशि भाई को माहिम के मेले में क्या काम था?
He lost his chance for a big shot, a big score.
शशि के पास कोई हरा बैग देखा था? हाँ? देखा था?
मेरे को वापस उधर नहीं जाना है तैमूर।
Yeah, but her protection is gone, so of course you're being taken. It's just, ugh.
शशि ने पैसे दिए थे मैडम को।
अरमान कपूर।
शशि इसे इधर क्यों लेकर आए हो? हॉस्पिटल ले जाना चाहिए था।
नहीं हॉस्पिटल नहीं, आप इधर ही कुछ करो।
I was right. He was beating him. Some people, they just have this weird, I don't know how, but it happens where they feel like if they beat someone up, they feel powerful. And it's weird. There are those weak-minded men who will beat up a woman. If you want to fight, and find someone your own size, your own, identification, I'll use that word instead, to throw a fist with, and make sure it's consensual, where they both want to fight. Yeah, the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. Yet it always grows. Sometimes you just need to throw a punch.
अरमान उस शशि को कैसे जानता था?
इस वक्त मेरे पास इसका जवाब नहीं।
वो अरमान को ब्लैकमेल क्यों कर रहा था?
सोनिया, वो कह रहे हैं ना, उन्हें नहीं पता। हेलो, मैं शशि का दोस्त। Excuse me.
I kind of had a feeling it was him who orchestrated the whole thing. I mean, it seemed too obvious. But, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. He's trying to protect his friend and now needs to silence everyone that knows anything about it. And just make it all disappear.
मैं फोन करेगा वापस 1 घंटे के बाद, आना, वरना भुगतना पड़ेगा। फंस गया मुर्गा, लग गई लॉटरी।
किसको पता था तू भी 1.5 शाना निकलेगा तैमूर।
She is the real criminal, honestly, manipulating everyone. She honestly probably beat herself. There are those types too. The type of women who will make stuff up just to make someone's life terrible. Happens often. Well, not often, but it happens. It happens.
हाँ बोलो। मेरे को 50 लाख मांगता है। देखो, मेरा टाइम वेस्ट मत करो। मैं टाइम खोटी नहीं करेगा तो पुलिस करेगा। तो मेरे को लड़के के बारे में पता है। अरमान और मैं, कुछ लोग हैं जो हमें ब्लैकमेल कर रहे हैं। What?
I saw that movie. I think it's one of the Gumal movies.
थैंक यू रोशन। डॉक्टर पंजाबी के पास जाते रहने के लिए।
हाय रोशनी आंटी।
पुलिस वालों का तो काम ही कुछ ऐसा होता है।
जब भी समर को देखता हूँ तो
वो बच्चा है सूरी, जो हुआ उसमें उसकी गलती नहीं थी।
मुझे पता है, गलती तो मेरी थी। मुझे पे नजर रखनी चाहिए थी और मैं सो गया था।
I was right. The guilt of he could have done something. That's always the case. Please tell me that whole song was just a music montage. He was just imagining following her around and he wasn't actually following her around. That's got to be the case because he's just still sitting in his car. That hopefully is the case, because that would be disturbing if he was a flagpole chaser. Guess that's the term. I don't know.
और रात को नींद भी नहीं आती है।
I'm trying to keep the joke running.
कुछ पूछना था। बिजी हो तो बाद में आता।
No, he was following her around. Gosh dang it.
देखो कैसे घूर रहे हैं। सोच रहे होंगे कि आज हमारे साथ भी शौक फरमा रहे हैं।
क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
She wants to get camera footage of him. More blackmail material.
ये कौन सी जगह है?
अगर कहीं नहीं मिली तो यहीं मिलूंगी।
ऐसा लगता है सारे जवाब मेरे सामने हैं, लेकिन मुझे नजर नहीं आ रहे।
I get it. I get it.
3 साल पहले, तभी वो स्टार नहीं था। निखिल करके उसका एक दोस्त उसी के साथ आया था। एक और आदमी था उसके साथ। हम लोग ड्राइव पे गए, बस।
तुम यहाँ क्यों हो रोजी?
आपका इंतजार कर रही थी कि आप यहाँ आओगे और मुझे यहाँ से ले जाओगे। कुछ उधार चुकाना बाकी है, वो चुका दो। 3 साल पहले मेरी एक फ्रेंड कुछ आदमी लोग के साथ रात में गई, वापस नहीं आई। परवाह ही नहीं किसी को।
So she's getting her revenge.
सोचने वाली बात है ना साहब, एक लड़की गायब हो जाती है।
पुलिस में रिपोर्ट की?
Hey boy. Hey boy, are you wanting to steal the show? Is that it? Is that it? Are you wanting to steal the show? Is that why you're lifting your head so high? Yeah, you're wanting to steal the show. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, Bolty. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, you do want to steal the show, don't you? Is it the spot? Is that the spot? There you go. There you go. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm watching.
कैसी बात करते हो साहब? धंधा करना कानून के खिलाफ है। हम जैसे लोग तो गिनती में नहीं आते।
नमस्ते, मैं इंस्पेक्टर शेखावत हूँ। मुझे निखिल देशपांडे से बात करनी है।
एक्सीडेंट के बाद उसने बात नहीं किया है।
तुम सुन रहे हो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? मुझे तुमसे मिलना है। ए अलीबाग का संजय क्या? एक बार सोच लो।
अगर मिलने को तैयार हो तो मैं पैसे लेकर पहुंच जाऊंगा।
जगह और टाइम तुम अपने हिसाब से चुन लो।
He's dug himself too deep. Yeah, because he already knows what happened to the last person, and that's just not going to end up going well for him.
Nice house, sir.
रोशनी,
She's speaking to the crazy lady. You're still wearing your uniform. Take it off before you start to drink.
पानी पानी सर।
एंड आइस?
हाँ चलेगा।
हेलो सूरी, कैसे हो?
सॉरी, मेरा तो मैं फिल्म के बीच में डिस्टर्ब कर रहा हूँ। दरअसल रोशनी से बात करनी थी।
उसका फोन नहीं लग रहा। कौन सी फिल्म?
Uh-oh. She's not taking the meds. Yeah, she's never going to work through something if she just keeps deluding herself.
रोशनी कहाँ है?
जी वो अंदर है, आप इधर ही रुकिए सर।
मैंने तुमसे बोला था ना दूर रहना। बोला था कि नहीं?
Yeah, the dead and gone are dead and gone.
क्या कर रही हो यहाँ? करण मर चुका है, वो तुमसे बात नहीं कर सकता। अगर आप वाकई करण से बात कर सकती हैं, तो बुलाइए उसे। मैं देखना चाहता हूँ उसको। कहाँ है वो?
मरने के बाद जो आत्माएं इस दुनिया में भटक रही हैं, सिर्फ वो इंसान का रूप ले सकती हैं।
Then how did he contact you in the first place, woman?
वो आराम से गया।
वाह, बड़े आराम से किया। 8 साल की उम्र में डूबकर मर गया वो। इससे ज्यादा आराम की बात और क्या हो सकती है?
मैंने ये जिंदगी को नहीं चुना, ये जिंदगी ने मुझे चुना है।
Convenient excuse.
जब मेरे हस्बैंड मरे तो मैं बहुत दुख में थी, और तभी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन आत्मा ने मुझसे बात की।
चलो यहाँ से।
वो हम जैसे दर्द में डूबे लोगों की तरफ खींची।
So she was devastated, she was hurt, and her mind reached out, and she found comfort in this. That doesn't mean she can delude others in that convenience and that comfort. Just because you found comfort in it doesn't mean you can comfort others the same way. It's just she just wants to feel like that's the mindset of like when someone starts drinking at an early age, they're more likely to push others to drink at an early age, so that way they don't feel as guilty. So she's trying to not feel guilty in her comfort by making others feel comfort the same way. It's the same mindset. She's literally explaining the fact that what she's doing is a separate form of comfort. She's just trying to not feel guilty about the fact that, oh, I talked to my deceased husband, so they will feel comfort talking. It is the same mindset. Like, I remember being pushed alcohol constantly, even when I was an adult, being pushed alcohol, because people who drink excessively, being around someone who's completely sober, it feels uncomfortable to them. So they'll continue pushing drinks. And if when the beer's not open, they'll drink it and then open another one and set it in front of you. As long as you don't touch it, they'll take it themselves. So as long as she didn't jump on the delusion, she would have continued comforting herself with the talking to her husband. But now she found an outlet to talk to someone else's child. It's the same mindset. I mean, everyone's allowed to believe in what they want to believe. I just don't like it when they try to push it onto others. And as you can tell, I was on the receiving end of being pushed things, because I'm a kind of a stubborn person and I'm set in my ways. There are a lot of people like that. I like what I like, and some people don't like what I like. And then when they realize that you don't like what they like, they're more likely to push what they like to you so that you can like what they like. I'm saying like a lot. Yeah.
उन्हें लगता है कि हम भी उनकी तरह हैं।
तुम इतनी पढ़ी लिखी हो, साइंस पढ़ाती थी, जरा सोचो रोशनी, अपना दिमाग इस्तेमाल करो। इस सब बकवास में तुम कैसे यकीन कर सकती हो?
इससे मुझे खुशी मिलती है। तुम क्यों नहीं समझते? मुझे किसी इलाज की नहीं, तुमसे बात करने की जरूरत है। क्या तुम मुझसे बात कर सकते हो? क्या तुम एक रात मेरे साथ घर में रह सकते हो? क्या हम एक बार अनजान लोगों की तरह नहीं, पति पत्नी की तरह रह सकते हैं?
मैं बाद में आता हूँ।
That was a great shot. He's just there like, uh-oh, I'm stuck in the middle of this. He needs to go while he can.
सुनो,
Too late. He can't escape.
तुम इनके साथ काम करते हो ना? क्या तुम भी इनकी तरह रात रात भर अपने घर से गायब रहते हो? क्या तुम्हारी पति इस बात से खुश है? किसके साथ रहते हो रात भर? मैं जानती हूँ तुम काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। मैं जानती हूँ तुम किसी के पास जाते हो, तुम्हें खुशी मिलती है। तो मैं वो क्यों ना करूं जिससे मुझे शांति और खुशी मिलती है?
मैं बाद में आता हूँ।
मुझे लगता है उसका किसी के साथ अफेयर चल रहा है।
क्या?
मैंने उसे सीधा ही पूछ लिया, उसने इनकार भी नहीं किया।
प्यार हो गया क्या मुझसे साहब?
Uh-oh.
मजाक कर रही हूँ। अब ठीक तो है ना साहब? चलो मेरे साथ।
No.
तुम गलत मत समझना प्लीज। मैं सिर्फ बात करना चाहता हूँ।
You know, it's strange. People find comfort in the strangest locations. That one lady found it in talking to spirits. He's finding it in talking to someone who isn't qualified for the task, but like the same thing that people talk with like bartenders. Bartenders are certified therapists apparently, and same thing with taxi drivers. They hear people's problems, and yeah, sometimes people get comfort in just stating it. Most bartenders have their ears closed to most of what they hear. It's just about saying it aloud. A lot of it has to do with saying it aloud. A lot of the cases is as long as you've said it aloud, you feel comfort in the fact that you've said it aloud. It's not so much that someone's hearing you. It's the fact that you've something about saying it aloud that makes you feel at ease, or because you've kept it inside for so long.
रोशनी और मैं बहुत खुश थे।
मेरे लिए काम करोगे साहब? वो मलिका याद है? शशि की गर्लफ्रेंड। अगर आप उसके लिए कुछ कर सकते हो तो।
That's my subscriber sound. Hey, I guess I got a subscriber. Thank you. She was kind enough to take his shoes off.
मलिका कहाँ है? इधर की मलिका तो मैं ही हूँ। क्या मांगता है?
देख सीधी तरह बुला ले वरना वारंट लेके आऊंगा तेरा ये पूरा धंधा बंद करवा के जाऊंगा
Yeah, that'd be scarring. No matter what your profession is, that's scarring to see. I mean, yeah, sure, cops and that line of business don't always get along, but still, that doesn't deserve to happen to anyone.
यहाँ से निकलना तो गाड़ी में बैठ
He looks angry. He looks absolutely livid. But yeah, like seeing the state that she's in and the fact that it's just because she's pleading for her innocence or her freedom. That. Oof.
थैंक यू
थैंक यू मुझे नहीं रोजी को बोलो
पता नहीं किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो हमारे धंधे में ऐसे ही है आज रोजी तो कल चमेली सही होता है
So he will never know who she is.
जिस रात उसका एक्सीडेंट हुआ है ना शशि मिला था उससे उस हरामी तैमूर को पकड़ो उसे जरूर मालूम होएगा शशि का सामान चोरी कर रहा था हरामजादा एक ग्रीन बैग था सर जो उस रात शशि लेके आया
She basically gave him the prize by having him help her. So yeah, so clearly your Rosie knows more than she's saying. She's basically giving you all the information you need. She's going in a weird roundabout way of doing it though.
कल सुबह 11:15 बजे चर्चगेट स्टेशन अकेले
And I think the more that they don't know what he looks like. So he's got that going for him. They have no clue who they're talking to. So they can't just shoot him in the middle of the crowd because they don't know what he looks like.
अरे काम है मुझे क्या है
तेरे सिवा किसी का भरोसा नहीं कर सकते निर्मला अगर ये गेम सही पड़ गया ना तो अपन दोनों यहाँ से कट सकते हैं
And then she can screw him over for the money.
हेलो ध्यान से सुन अंदर बेसन के नीचे नीले रंग का बैग रखेला पैसा उसमें डाल वहाँ से 5 मिनट के बाद विरार फास्ट निकलेगी
In order to identify him, they need him to carry around the blue bag.
प्ले काम करो बताओ मुझे इसे और पैसे दे सकता हूँ
Honestly, he had a nice plan. I mean, if he wasn't crippled, he could have quickly gotten away. That was smart. Climb on top of the train to get out. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that. This is the type of person who thinks outside the box.
अभी सुन तुझे एक्टिंग करना पड़ेगा जैसे कि तू मेरे को जानती ही नहीं मेरे से बात नहीं करने का देखने का भी नहीं मेरे को तू आगे सुन साले पैसे कहाँ हैं
खत्म कर दो उसको
तुम्हारा बाकी पैसा तुम्हें मिल जाएगा
His shirt, the very noir detective. That's just his shirt. His shirt's amazing. The right feel. Oh, freaking noir. Yeah, always confiding in a prostitute. Is that a call? What is the right, correct? You know, the less offensive term for that. A woman in that kind of work. A working girl. Yeah. So the fact that he's talking to a detective's talking to the working girl. So that's, yeah, very noir-esque. You know, I completely forgot that I mentioned that in the beginning. His shirt reminded me of all of it. That's an awesome shirt. The sheer clapback, because I mentioned it in the beginning, though, with the way it started, and then there was the movie poster, and then bam. Oh, and the fact that it's dealing with a movie, like in most of them, like Chinatown, the very noir-esque film. The fact that it is just the darkness of a big industry. I think it was the water industry in that one. About how, like, it's basically true. Because where you live in California, there is a huge drought problem because the Maine steals all the water from the agricultural area that needs it. So if you watch Chinatown, it delves into it. Because one of the biggest issues we have in California is water. And for years, all we've needed is dams. All we've needed is dams. However, they built the right thing. They're building a high-speed rail. But that's going into a different route. Because it's all about benefiting the the elite community, not so much the agricultural community, the ones that actually need it. Water is a huge thing. Chinatown is a very, like, even now, that's still an issue. So I recommend, if you're curious about the way the political landscape is shaped in California, Chinatown, it's a very slow burn movie. I think it was done in the 70s. It's a late 70s, early 80s movie. And it really does capitalize, because it basically takes place in 1950, 1940s, the time of the movie. So it shows a lot of the same kind of darkness.
कभी मेरे बारे में सोचा? एक बार भी?
मैं कुछ नहीं किया।
अपने आप को मेरा दोस्त बोलता था तो।
मैं आएगा, लेकिन अगर मैं नहीं पहुंचा, तो तू मेरा इंतजार मत करना।
So he really did care for her. He was willing to risk his life, and he already knew he was going to die after being caught. There was no way they were going to let him get away alive after what they did before. So
ट्रेन में चढ़ जाना, ठीक है?
he scored big, but it's for you.
साहब क्या पूछ रहा है तुझसे?
Don't strike his head. He probably has a concussion, and rattling it even more could cause his brain damage even further.
पेशेंट अभी क्रिटिकल है।
आप बाहर जाइए प्लीज।
लेकिन
मुझे अपना काम करने दो। Get out.
You're not helping. No, do something with his feet, okay, or his hands. Don't target the head. Don't target the head. It makes him feel nothing else after, and he's probably already pretty numb.
Out. पहले मैं तुझे अंदर करूंगा, फिर सवाल पूछूंगा, और ऐसे आज तक नहीं हुआ कि मुझे सही जवाब ना मिला। पुलिस विटनेस था ना वो, और तू तो रंगे हाथों पकड़ा गया। गोखले, ये तामझाम खोलो, ये पाइप ट्यूब सब खींचो, चलो। संजय केजरीवाल।
I have a feeling he wasn't really going to discharge him by force. I just have a feeling he was saying all that to get him to talk.
सर, यहाँ कोई सिमरन नहीं है। तो सर, कुछ लड़कियों से पता चला है कि एक सिमरन नाम की लड़की थी पहले, पर कुछ साल पहले वो भाग गई।
इंस्पेक्टर शेखावत, आप इधर कैसे? मिस्टर केजरीवाल, मेरे पास आपका अरेस्ट वारंट है, तैमूर और शशि को मरवाने के जुर्म में।
खड़ा हो।
प्लीज, एक मिनट।
Bribery? Really? Or is he going to confess that they're just being manipulated by that one woman?
जो बोलना है सबके सामने बोलो।
इस सब की शुरुआत 3 साल पहले हुई।
मैं बताऊं हमें बैचलर पार्टी में क्या लेके जाना चाहिए?
तो हम उसके साथ होटल लीड हो गए, और वहां से हमने एक लड़की को पिकअप किया। निखिल गाड़ी में।
So it's the fictional name game. It saves them. That's what it does. It saves them. That's why they play it.
शुरू हो गया। गाड़ी का दरवाजा शायद ठीक से बंद नहीं था।
And they leave her.
अरमान, get into the car now. Dude, लफड़े में पड़ जाएंगे। इस रंडी की वजह से फंस जाएंगे हम।
Is she a ghost? They're trying to lean into the spirit, the supernatural of it. That's actually a nice twist. It will lead credence to what his wife is going through. And it's helping him solve the case.
उसने कहा कि वो लड़की मर चुकी है।
वो डीवीडी कहाँ है? मैं तो उस लड़की को जानता हूँ। यही तो है जो मुझे इन्फॉर्मेशन देती। मुझे अफसोस है कि शशि और उस लड़की ने मिलकर आपको फंसाया। देवव्रत, तुम फौरन होटल लीड हो जाओ। ये लड़की वहां भी हो सकती है।
She really did die. She saw... Oh, that's what it was. He saw a ghost. And it caused him to swerve. I actually really am enjoying that twist. That is actually, because I had no clue what was going on. The fact that they introduced all that, the name game, all that stuff. I'm enjoying that. That's a nice twist. They had hinted at it at the very beginning with his wife, with the spirit conjurer trying to get his wife to talk to their son. This is very well done. I mean, I'm hit with a whiplash, not whiplash, but the whole thing is just a whole detective mystery. They have seeded it the entire film. And then finally the big reveal. Yes, I saw it a few minutes ago, but still, it is fascinating to see it all come to the forefront of the film. But why is she trying to kill him? Seriously, why is she trying to kill him too? That's the body that was wrapped in stone and dropped in the water. See, all the little things that they hinted at. Oh my gosh. I mean, I liked this movie. The only thing that aggravated me was the whole talking to his son, the ghost thing. And it all comes to the forefront. This is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Please show a stone wrapped to her feet, so he can connect the dots. I mean, one thing that could happen is the fact with his lack of sleep, his mind is putting things together and he started hallucinating someone guiding him. Because there is a subconscious where your mind is constantly working. Maybe with his lack of sleep, it triggered a hallucination, which led him to the actual results where his mind had already subconsciously put all the dots together. He just physically needed to see it put before him. But the fact that the ghost was talking to everyone else.
कि केजरीवाल जेल नहीं जाना चाहता। अरमान कपूर एक ऐसे कार एक्सीडेंट में मार दे डेड केस क्लोज्ड।
वो हम जैसे दर्द में डूबे लोगों की तरफ खींचे आते हैं, उन्हें लगता है कि हम भी उनकी तरह हैं।
जरा सोचो रोशनी, अपना दिमाग इस्तेमाल करो। इस बकवास में तो कैसे यकीन कर सकती हो?
Gosh, this is a good movie. The whole turnaround where everything was being hinted at, and I was the skeptic. I was the one against the clues. I was not listening to the evidence put before me. And now I feel just like the detective, seeing everything come to light after the fact. I mean, this is thank you for recommending this one. This one's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Really good.
नई जिंदगी शुरू कर सकती हो।
She's buried in that spot.
बताऊंगी तो यकीन नहीं करोगे।
मरने के बाद जो आत्मा इस दुनिया में भटक रही है, सिर्फ वो इंसान का रूप ले सकती है।
वो गायब कैसे हो सकते हैं? 3 साल पहले मेरी एक फ्रेंड कुछ आदमी लोग के साथ रात में गई। एक लड़की गायब हो जाती है। अगर कहीं नहीं मिली, तो यहीं मिलूंगी।
The flower she was holding. I mean, you got to say that was nice. They buried her in secret, but they at least planted a tree in her place to kind of have a landmark to remember her, and flower petals would always fall on her. So that is kind-hearted, but the fact that they couldn't report it, it would have removed their leverage. Oh, at least they gave her a casket of some kind, or just put stones on top of her. So sad, honestly. So sad. You're not going to report this? You're not going to call it in? So in the end, I was right. She was the one calling the shots behind the scenes. But she just couldn't do anything personally. She just could manipulate, push people in certain directions.
तो मैं भी खुश रहूंगा। मैं जानता हूँ कि आप सब ठीक कर देंगे। आप दुनिया के सबसे अच्छे डैडा हैं।
And it comes full circle. All right. So, if I wanted to seem like I knew it all, I'd remove all my comments about the whole spiritual aspect. But you know what? The fact that I couldn't foresee it coming, and one thing I like to praise myself about is seeing endings coming a mile away. I can normally predict in film where it's going. This one seeded so much information about it. However, I was so skeptical about it, just like so we are Amir Khan. We are in his shoes. This is amazingly well done because we're given just the crazy aspect of it, not the aspect he's going through. So we only see what we're meant to see. It's so well done. And then you think back on it, it's just like, I remember that. That seems strange. The fact that she's calling herself Rosie. This, that, this, and that, and this, and that. Just all these little things. No one else talks to her. She's always just like hinting, looking around, just walking through. There's a reason why he can't catch her. She approaches him every time. So many little nuances. Yeah, stay tuned for my review. I was absolutely wrong in this respect. You can tell. You probably were making comments about it, about how dumb I am for being so critical. But that's what makes this such a good movie. It makes you critical about it, and then you realize how wrong you are at an end. Definitely a good noir film. However, noir normally ends with a sad ending. I guess this was sad, but it had a lot of did he give up on his career basically by telling the truth? What's the sad ending supposed to be? It seems like it's more happy because him and his wife are finally feeling that connection once again. They both are feeling the sorrow they needed to feel. They're both suffering through it. They're both finally getting the I forget, cathartic feeling that they need. I don't know the right word for it. I know I have the word in my head somewhere. I just can't get to it. But yeah, this is a good movie. This is a great movie. The whole I had no clue what was going on always make me know that it's a good movie, because it was obvious from the start. They had it very well seeded through. Thank you all for watching. Definitely a good movie. Doodles.